Diversity, equity, and inclusion are once again priorities for Drum Corps International going into our 50th year. Justin Johnson gave a great talk on DEI at the Drum Corps International Winter Meetings. Let's meet Justin Johnson right now. He is the Illinois State Teacher of the Year and a staff member of Bluecoats. Justin Johnson, good to talk to you.
Good to be here. Thanks for having me.
Before we get to, first of all, congratulations, Illinois State Teacher of the Year. That's amazing.
Thank you.
How does that happen? What's the process?
Well, so I was awarded my school's Teacher of the Year. And from there, I had the opportunity to submit an application for the state award. And from there, I was awarded the Regional Teacher of the Year, which for Cook County, the Chicagoland area. And then they named 10 finalists. I was one of the 10 finalists. And then at the last ceremony, they announced the Teacher of the Year. So It was a huge process, this huge application process, lots of writing, lots of letters of recommendation. So it's a pretty great undertaking.
I should have mentioned you're a director of bands at Niles West High School in Skokie, Illinois. And how long have you been on Bluecoats staff?
Since 2009.
What do you teach?
Visual. I'm on the visual staff, yeah.
Okay, we're simpatico there. Give us a report card on where you think Drum Corps International stands in terms of diversity, equity, and inclusion right now.
I mean, and to be honest, the conversations happening now are welcome and needed, and it's been night and day. I would say 10 years ago, there aren't many conversations happening about diversifying what the staff and student body looks like. And it's happening all over the country now. And that regardless of what score you give it or letter grade, like that has to happen in order for there to be any growth or improvement. It has to start with conversations. And it's tremendous to hear so many people and so many organizations reaching out, having conversations about how to improve and enhance and increase the opportunities that are given to people across the country. And I know without a doubt, with the creative minds and all the people that we have in the activity, that there's going to be great yield from all of this investment.
Well, when we're in our Drum Corps International bubble or marching band, whatever universe we operate in, it is easy to get, to focus inward. Your talk to the DCI voting membership and all the folks that were listening at the winter meetings spoke to going to places where we've maybe never thought of going to before and serving underserved communities. What kinds of places? Where should we be looking? What are you talking about?
I mean, and this kind of goes back to, and something that hinders and hurts the arts in general. Many other places where there's a great need, the first thing that gets stripped is the arts. So finding opportunities, whether it be after school enrichment in places where the students aren't traditionally allowed or have access to high quality music or art programs, that's a start. Going in places like HBCUs, places that we don't traditionally view as students that are interested in drum corps. We don't know that. We don't know what students that attend those universities or how they might feel about doing the activity. At the end of the day, they love music. Our activity is some of the best in the world at making music. So why would they not be interested in the activity? But also taking that as an opportunity to market ourselves and kind of be more open to creating an environment that's more appealing or kind of interest grabbing for people who may not be maybe not know about the activity or have been involved in it.
You mentioned the programs, areas where arts programs have been cut. And it occurs to me, I've been around this activity long enough to remember back in the 1970s and 80s when arts programming in the Rockford public schools in Rockford, Illinois, were completely cut out. And it's one of the reasons that Phantom Regiment became a dynasty in the 80s is because they did exactly that thing. They reached out.
Absolutely. And, for many people, it's like, well, that makes a lot of sense. But I mean, it goes beyond just like, there's a lot involved in that, because not only are you impacting like the individual students and their individual lives, but that changes a city. Like having those people with those experiences come back and then change how they view the world, like that can change a ton, more so than just the music.
The ripple effect.
So yeah. And there's, I mean, even, and I say this to my students all the time, to be thankful for the opportunities that we get, because we don't know when they're going to be taken away. And even at my school in the suburbs of Skokie, one of my feeder programs got cut last year. A teacher left and they didn't want to rehire, so they cut the band program and moved him to orchestra. And we're talking about the suburbs. So if it's happening there, probably happening in other places.
Well, I mean, if and I know that we will continue on this path of including more and more people and really deliberately looking in areas we haven't looked before to recruit, not only will we change the lives of individuals, those individuals are going to change Drum Corps International as well. And this great stew of pageantry that we have, it's going to get even richer, isn't it?
Yes. And it's almost every single conversation that I'm in my official role as like state teacher of the year it's the same. Almost every single space that I'm in is the same conversation about how can we reach more people that we don't traditionally see. Where are they? How can we get to them? How can we make this be important? And I don't think that Drum Corps itself as an activity is like isolated from that. I mean, we can talk education, we can talk arts programs, we can talk music specifically. Like this is a time in our country right now where that's the conversation. That is the conversation that's being had. And more often than not, the music world is ahead of the game. And this is one of the things where we're not so ahead, especially when we speak specifically to like music programs. This is the conversation that's being had. How can we diversify our music offerings? How can we diversify what the teachers look like? How can we diversify the music that we're playing? Like that is the conversation. And that's all over. Like if any people were at Midwest, like that's the conversation. There's been many other conversations that have been had after Midwest about what's being programmed and things of that nature. But as no matter where you are in that conversation, 10 years ago, was that being talked about?
Right.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So that's an exciting place to be. Not because it's like, here we go, things are changing, but I just know what the activity did for me. And I know that at some point, there's going to be more people that are going to get to experience that. And that's really what it's about.
Well, Justin Johnson, I'm glad we had a chance to have this conversation, you and I, and congratulations again on being Illinois State Teacher of the Year.
Thank you.